Hello everyone, and welcome back to Day 2 of Developer Days. My name is Tyler Myrose, Senior Staff Developer Advocate here at SailPoint for the Developer Relations team. You'll see me all around the developer community forums, and it's my job to enable you, the developers, customers, and partners, to extend SailPoint's products. I have here with me Mitra Mahdavian, Senior Vice President of Corporate Strategy and Product Operations. Mitra, could you tell us a little bit about the journey for you in identity governance and how you came to be at SailPoint?
Thank you for having me, Tyler. Thank you for having me, developer community. This is my first Developer Days with SailPoint. I'm excited to be here. I have a long history with SailPoint. I worked in consulting for many years and worked with SailPoint during my consulting days pretty extensively. Then I spent a few years with another security company before joining SailPoint, but I've always valued SailPoint's mission, culture, and values and technology for many, many years. And now at SailPoint, I run corporate strategy, corp dev, and developer relations and product operations.
I think to begin into the questions here, could you paint a picture of what you believe the current state of identity security is, and what are the biggest challenges that organizations are facing today?
Yeah, I mean, as everyone is living right now, there's a lot happening in identity security these days. I'm sure you're all seeing everything that's happening in the market. If I were to distill it down, I'd say there's two tectonic shifts that are happening. One is moving from governing humans to governing AI. I think everybody is wrapping their collective heads around how we do that as an industry. And then also moving from static to real-time governance. What does that mean in practice? On the AI front, ultimately our customers need to understand what is in their environment, what a user has access to versus what a user can access through an agent. And they need to be able to discover, govern, and secure what exists in their environment. That's the goal, and that's what we're helping support them on. On real-time governance, there's been talk of zero standing privilege and least privilege for many, many years. This becomes the foundation, or technologies for real-time governance becomes the foundation of enabling customers to actually deliver that in practice, and moving customers away from static standing privileges to dynamic privileges that are granted in real time based on context and based on policy.
I think AI just being around and has created a lot of new things for SailPoint to think about. But yeah, it seems like there's a new AI tool introduced every week these days. What is SailPoint doing to kind of stay ahead of the curve and to govern all these new forms of identity?
Yeah, it's a great question. We believe SailPoint has a clear advantage in helping our customers govern AI and solve these new challenges. Ultimately, agents are identities, and so we are the deepest of any vendor when it comes to governing identities, and agents are another identity. When it comes to real-time governance, also, no other vendor has the breadth of identities and the depth of entitlements and context that SailPoint manages today. And we've partnered pretty closely with our customers and our partners to build on this foundation and bring what we believe is the best and latest innovation to market around AI governance. We've leveraged our design partner program with customers, our technical advisory boards, and hundreds of conversations with customers over the last year to really nail down what are customers' key challenges and how can we solve those challenges in a way that only SailPoint can. And we GA'd, brought to market our agent identity security product last year at Navigate. That was last fall. And so we've had some time with our customers to really spend time understanding how we can solve their problems, how we can co-develop solutions with their input that really address their agentic governance usage and needs. And that's what's led us to adaptive identity.
Yeah, so the move to adaptive identity seems to be a key theme. Can you elaborate on what this really means in practice, and how does it go beyond just real-time alerts and a more intelligent response?
Yeah. If I were to distill it down, adaptive identity has solves 4 critical needs for customers. First, like we talked about, is real-time governance, delivering least privilege, zero standing privilege in practice using policies and handling governance and access, not just statically, but and once upon a year at time of review, but in real time and dynamic over the usage of our customers. Second, I'd say, is around protecting AI, like we talked about. So with agents and machines, how do we solve the problems and address the challenges customers have with the explosion of number of identities that's going to come with agents and machines in their environments, and the unique needs of governing agent and machine access. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later, I'm sure. Third piece of it is just-in-time access. And so really, this is access to privileged resources that will be granted exactly at the time that they are needed, moving customers away from static access into dynamically granted access, with lots of different ways in which we can allow and enable customers to do that. We call those our just-in-time modalities. And then finally, bringing identity and the SOC together, really looking at real-time identity signals, correlating identity data to inform risk and security prioritization, and then ultimately letting our customers take precise action that reduces risks without disrupting business operations.
Yeah, I think all those, the real-time governance, the JIT, there's a lot of different things that we're introducing to the market that are really exciting opportunities to secure that next level of identity. Can you share a little bit more about the value that adaptive identity brings to SailPoint customers?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, adaptive identity delivers more value and enhances our customers' outcome. Historically, when customers used SailPoint, the biggest value they got was around compliance and around automation, right? The traditional joiner, mover, leaver flows. That value is still going to be there, and we're going to continue to deliver those benefits to our customers. But we also are going to help customers, in addition to that, reduce security risk, improve their threat response, and protect AI. So more value to our customers, which is what we always get excited about at SailPoint.
Right, yeah. And I think I heard Chandra talk about this in his keynote, that there's been some changes to the identity graph and kind of taking it from more of like a reporting and visualization tool to something more actionable. You can take action directly from the graph. Can you share a little bit about that with us, about where that fits into the adaptive identity approach?
Yeah, great question. So for customers that are using the graph today, and I'm sure some who are watching are already working with it, the graph has really become the nucleus of how they interact with SailPoint. The graph gives our customers the ability to see a full view: humans, agents, machine accounts, entitlements, data assets, privileges, all in one place. And they can see access paths, nested permissions, patterns, anomalies, blast radius. It's not just visibility, it's a powerful tool for customers to drive security outcomes. And as you said, they can take actions within the graph. That's incredibly powerful to deliver adaptive identity to our customers.
Yeah, just the visual alone is kind of fun to look around and play around with the graph, and then you need to actually, start doing things with it and taking actionable steps from that is really cool. But what about like agent identities? What is SailPoint's approach to securing non-human identities?
Yeah, I mean, we can't, every conversation these days has to hit on agent identities and what we're doing around agent identities. So this is a topic near and dear to all of our hearts right now. We recently launched our SailPoint Agentic Fabric, SAF. SAF delivers end-to-end identity security for the age of AI. So if I were to summarize it, I'd say SAF is 3 pillars. Pillar 1 is all around discovery and unified registry. Pillar 2 is real-time governance and audit. And Pillar 3 is authorize, protect, and respond. And I'll go through each. Pillar 1, it's all around delivering a single registry to customers of all agents across everywhere agents live. That includes agentic platforms like AWS and GCP and Microsoft, SaaS applications, browsers, endpoints, etc. More to come. We deliver unified visibility of agent activity, clear relationship mapping between humans, agents, data, machine identities, and resources, all visible in our graph. So think of it as registry, plus graph to show all the relationships. That's pillar one. Pillar two is focused on centralized, policy-based lifecycle governance, certification, and auditability across all AI environments, and mapped to your existing controls. This is SailPoint bread and butter. And so with pillar two, we treat agents as a first-class identity and deliver full lifecycle governance and full lifecycle management capabilities. So think human ownership, user management, provisioning and deprovisioning of agent entitlements, succession planning, data access governance, all of that. And we support compliance. We've got certification, auditability, deep log visibility, and so really allowing our customers to govern these agent identities holistically. Pillar three allows our customers to really protect and respond to threats. We are working together to bring lots of innovations in this space. That includes agent behavior monitoring, drift detection, prompt security, intent and policy-based access controls, real-time authorization of agent access, risk scores, automated workflows, SSF signals, SOC insights and controls, lots of different information, all in the service of making our customers more secure as they roll out AI to their organization. We're pretty excited about this full suite of agentic offerings that we're going to bring to our customers. And we're doing it all with an identity-first approach, which we think is critical.
Yeah. And so, a lot of the people watching right now write the code, they build the integrations and ship the tools that organizations rely on. So as adaptive identity kind of moves from this concept to reality, how do you see the developer community playing a role in that evolution, and what does that shift unlock for them, both professionally and in terms of the impact that they can have?
Yeah, it's a great question. At SailPoint, we think our tools will cover the foundation of what our customer needs are, including how they secure agents and machines. But we also know we may not cover every business's exact use case in some scenarios. This is where APIs and extensibility have come in always with SailPoint. We continue to focus on building API first and enabling the developers to extend our features to really fit your business needs. And the pace of innovation is moving so fast. SailPoint has so many new capabilities that have been released and lots more coming. So we really want to lean on the developer community. We have an amazing developer community who are knowledgeable about SailPoint and identity as a whole. And our hope is that our developer community really engages with these new tools and solutions, gets familiar with the new capabilities, test drive some of the new products, machine identity security, agent identity security, ONI, which is our graph, SAM, which is the application onboarding solution, shadow AI discovery, privilege discovery and classification. There's lots to tinker with. And so our hope is, and we encourage the developer community to really tinker with these in your environment. Use it, give us feedback, give us input. What's so great about our developer community is that there is so much support within the community to share knowledge, share insights, help make each other successful in this new agentic and real-time governance era. And ultimately, Tyler, if we step back, the world's going through an AI revolution, and identity is at the center of securing this new agentic world. And this developer community is going to be critical in making that shift successful. And we want to be here for them. We want to be here for our developers and support your success and your organization's success.
I think it's a really exciting time to be part of identity security. As someone who enjoys learning and getting deep into the weeds around the technology, I personally can't wait to dive deeper into the tools and start brainstorming developer documentation and extensibility tooling around those new features. I'm particularly excited to see what the community builds using these new capabilities, and I think that's where the magic happens. When the community gets their hands on it, they start to share their business pain points. When it actually gets used, and we can start getting feedback from them. So I'm really excited to see the business pain points that they have, and as they ID solutions on SailPoint's platform. Mitra, thank you so much for sharing your perspective, and I think it really sets the tone for what's ahead.
Thank you for having me.
And what's ahead is a great lineup. Keep an eye out for Keaton Avalaskar's presentation on Sailed Signals Frameworks. We also have Phil Ellis taking us through Config Hub and CI/CD, as well as Scott Phillips on Procode UI plugins. These are just a few of the sessions that I personally have a virtual front row seat for, and I think you should too. Enjoy day 2, everyone.